What's up, guys, and welcome to the Weightlifting Way of Life podcast. I'm your host, Ryan Capers, joined by Bailey Forrest and Dr. CJ De Palma, the Movement Doctor. We're going to start off today with a new segment, our Weightlifting Way of Life news. Bailey Forrest is going to bring us everything Instagram. Go ahead, Bailey.
Oh, okay. Well, firstly, we just had PanAms, so we can talk a little bit of what happened at PanAms. Most recently, last night, saw WestKids take gold.
Yep, first gold in the PanAms this year.
Yeah.
The gold overall?
Yes, overall.
Yeah, overall gold. Yeah. What were his lifts?
He snatched 172. 172 was his second attempt, and he got silver with that attempt, and he jumped all the way to 181 for his third attempt.
Wow.
He's just trying to set...
I think because the guy
record.
The guy that won snatch had like a 190 snatch or something.
Oh yeah. Did he set any records? Do you know if he set any records?
No, I don't think so. I think maybe in total.
What did he end up clean and jerking?
He clean and jerked 212.
212. Wow.
He opened with 202, and then he missed. He didn't even get his jerk because he was about to black out, and he just dropped it on his 210 attempts for a second, and then jumped to 212 for the win. And it was a very sketchy lockout.
Yeah, it's so funny in that video. You can see the coach right behind his coach. It looked like the Colombian coach or something, like losing his mind.
Yes.
Yelling at the judges. Have you seen the video?
Oh,
you got to watch it.
So funny.
Dude.
Is it good?
Oh my gosh,
Yes.
It's so funny because you just see the coach behind his coach as WestKids is walking off, like losing his mind, yelling at the judges. It's so good.
Yeah, I think because that coach, his athlete would have won gold because WestKids only won by 2 kilos with 384 total.
Yeah, and there might have been a little bit of bobble there, a little bit of shoulder bobble, but it's one of those things that these judges are making game time decisions. You know, they're watching something live. It's hard to see those little pieces that, you know, whenever we watch it back on Instagram, see it 100 times. It's like, oh yeah, you know that. And then I will say I think the judge maybe called him down a little quick, but he looked like he was going to control it to me.
Yeah, I will say I watched that portion live, and the judges, for the most part, were letting them put the weight down pretty quick because there were a lot of lifters the same thing, where it looked like they didn't have complete control, but they were allowed to put it down.
Yeah.
And then WestKids did get a red light on his first clean and jerk for his elbow. So I just think the judges were already looking for it.
Mm-hmm.
So if they really did see something, they would have called it. Plus, the jury didn't do anything. So
what else happened at PanAms?
CJ.
Yes. What?
CJ Cummings.
Oh,
yeah.
dang.
Yeah. The international weightlifter.
Yeah. Whatever.
He take silver?
Yeah, I think silver overall, took gold in the clean and jerk.
Yeah, gold in clean and jerk, silver in snatch.
With a 180 clean and jerk.
And a 141 snatch, or 144 snatch, sorry.
Yep. Because
the first place guy got a 145 snatch.
Yeah, that guy, CJ's he's definitely continuing to get stronger. You know, we're at a funny place now where we're seeing a lot of these younger weightlifters coming up, starting to stall out. But CJ, contrary to, as a lot of people have said, is continuing to get stronger, continuing to get better. You know, we're seeing a couple of these international weightlifters, we won't name names, starting to peter out at this point. But they're, you know, CJ's continuing to get stronger. Harrison's continuing to get stronger. WestKids is doing better.
He cleaned your 199, right?
Who?
Harrison?
Yeah, Harrison cleaned your
199.
Yeah.
I don't know what attempt that was. I was only able to watch Harrison's snatches.
That was, whatever it was his heaviest attempt. I saw it on Instagram. About the only thing that I saw. He does pop up on my Instagram.
It was his second attempt that he got. He took the 199, I think.
You know he didn't miss the clean. I don't think that guy ever misses cleans.
He's so solid.
Yeah.
So solid. Everything's right on top of
him.
him.
Dude, yeah, it's...
Yeah.
And
Calm down.
think
it's okay.
Harrison,
keep it in your pants.
He's a beast.
He is a beast. He's a monster.
Yeah. I love Harrison, not only because he's an incredible weightlifter and is probably going to be one of the best Americans of all time, in my opinion, as he continues to grow. but because of how he conducts himself. You know, and it really doesn't matter what somebody does in their personal life, but I love that with him, it's all business. It's all weightlifting all the time. You know what I mean? I have immense respect for somebody that can put themselves out there, and it's all about what they're trying to accomplish, right? Nothing else.
Yeah.
And obviously we're looking at it from the outside in, looking at Instagram, but somebody like him who looks like the only thing he cares about in life is being an elite weightlifter.
Yeah.
And I highly, highly respect that. Somebody that can put everything in their being into a big primary goal.
Yeah. I love how he just goes and just never posts for months on end, and then all of a sudden he just posts some huge lifts that he's been making throughout those months.
Yeah.
And he posts them all at one time.
I mean, it's exactly what you see every other elite weightlifter in the world doing. You know, name five top level elite weightlifters that are posting on Instagram every day. I mean, there's very few. There's very few.
It's true.
You know, so I respect that. I mean, why would you want to put your best numbers out there? You know, for everybody to see, for your competition to see, you know, to know what you're struggling at what percentages, at what weights, you know, where you're going to break down so they can try and push you there. I mean, I know every weightlifting meet we go to, I'm looking at the names on the start list. I'm searching them on Instagram and trying to see, you know, what they're hitting and what they're not.
Right.
You know? More importantly, what they're not.
Right. Right. Well, you don't get to see those on Instagram. You don't want to post that. That's not fun.
It is important to note he did only weigh 82 kilos.
Yeah.
Wow.
He hasn't even come close to weighing at 84 and change.
Yeah.
At all yet.
Well, he just went up less than a year ago.
Yeah, he
didn't
just went up. The last meet he was 81 or 80.
Yeah.
Whatever it was.
Well, that's great. You know, you see a lot of young weightlifters. You know, he's obviously not young in strength, but young in body. You see a lot of young weightlifters when they go up a weight class, they'll fill that weight class out really fast, but not in a good way.
Right.
You know, so that's really cool to see that he's treated as a slow build.
Yeah, the strength build it. He did break the PanAms junior record with his 199 clean and jerk.
Okay.
So he did get a record.
Well, that's awesome.
And he snatched 156.
Oh wow.
I think he took an attempt at 160 or 161. It was close.
Yeah.
But
if that snatch gets up there, he'll be getting that gold quick.
Gonna be a monster.
Yeah, he took 5th overall.
Yeah.
So
let's dust over some of the other ones real quick. We had Maddie finish second, right? Maddie Rogers.
I honestly have no clue.
Okay, I think Maddie finished. Maddie
lifters.
Rogers did finish second. We had a few other ones.
Let me.
We're so in touch.
Right.
Yeah.
It still ended yesterday.
We just
we created this version of the this segment of the podcast about 16 minutes ago. So deal with us, guys. Sorry about that.
Did Kane Wilkes even lift yet? Is it over?
Yeah, if Wes lifted, Kane did.
You would think.
Wes is the 105 plus, right?
No, Wes is 105.
He's a big 105.
Liar.
He looks
liar.
super jacked.
He's a liar.
Yeah,
he's huge. He's the 105. No way.
Dude, it's crazy.
Oh my gosh. He must be much shorter than.
He's extremely short. I'm pretty sure.
I wouldn't call him extremely short. He's got to be like 5'8".
For how jacked he looks.
Yeah, but I mean, like most 105s are not that short, aren't they? Aren't they all pushing like that 6 foot range?
I think internationally the average 105 is like 5'10".
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I never thought that.
I mean, you gotta remember American weightlifting, international weightlifting.
Right. Yeah.
You know,
those body types are actually like truly being developed. Like
right. Yeah, it matters what your height is as to what weight class you're gonna be in. You know, in America, we're just like a lot of times. I can't speak for everybody. We're like, oh, you weigh this, all right, you're probably gonna be that. You'll probably fill out to that. You know.
Yeah.
Like I know the international average for 77 is 5'4".
Wow, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
I mean, you think about it. You look at somebody like Liu Xiaojun, who's yoked.
Yeah.
I mean, that guy looks massive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's a lot shorter, so he can fill out and actually put on that muscle mass and be a 77.
It's kind of what we talked about last podcast, where it's hard for like America or other countries, Western countries, to fill out weight classes like 56, 62, just because people aren't that short, really.
And people are just naturally a lot bigger in America.
Yeah.
I mean, our average heights are bigger than. I mean, I think we're one of the like top 5 tallest countries in the world on average.
Yeah.
And number 1 most obese.
It's not Mexico anymore.
Oh,
I wouldn't think so, honestly.
who's the mash
I
guy?
could be wrong.
Jordan Cantrell.
Oh yeah,
That's
that
who it
guy's
was.
coming up. That guy's a beast.
Oh, and Nathan Dearman.
How did he do?
I have no idea. I'll be honest. I was at work during that session.
Well, it went on for 5 days. Did you work for 5 days?
Well, it was yesterday,
All right.
and I can't seem to find the actual
Did he post his
the
numbers?
results.
All
that
right.
he
No
didn't-
worries.
He didn't post it.
All right, so what else we got going on in the Instagram world of strength sports?
Steffi Cohen with a world record, 518.
Yeah, what a monster! And the second best Wilk score of all time.
Correct.
Yeah.
She will break. I don't know if she'll ever actually break the deadlift, just because that female, overall female deadlift, which is 600 and change, I think.
Wow.
But it's it's a super heavy. And regardless, it's still 600 and change. But I think she will eventually set the best Wilk score.
Well, she has a lot of room to improve. I mean, she is her deadlift obviously is a top tier deadlift ever.
Well, she just graduated. I mean, so it's Dr. Steffi Cohen now.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So,
Nice.
congrats, Steffi, on becoming a physical therapist. So she hasn't. I don't think she's taken her boards yet, but she did graduate, so she actually can devote full time to training.
Yeah.
For the first time ever.
I think personally, her squat's going to improve a lot, and I think her bench press is going to improve tremendously.
Right. Yep. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's gonna be fun to watch.
Yeah, and she wasn't far off the best Wilk score at all time. I think it was like I want to say it was only like 20 to 40 points off.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it's close.
Yeah,
for
so
sure.
She'll. Now, do you think that's across all federations, or do you think that's just her federation?
No, I think it's all.
All.
I'm almost positive. Like her record or the score.
The Wilk score, the
Wilks,
records.
I think it's. I mean, I think it can be applied to all. I don't know. If
I wouldn't doubt it's across all. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised at all if it wasn't.
Yeah, I think
it makes sense.
If it
I
was.
think it is. I
Yeah.
mean, it's a lot, dude. It's four times body weight and change now.
Gosh, that's crazy.
Now, since we're talking about deadlifting, I did see a post. Okay, I showed them
I
to
hate
this.
Instagram.
I showed them to this earlier. It's a post about you should not squat your deadlift. Talking about where your hip placement is.
Will you kind of read a piece of that to us? Because I'm interested to hear what
Who posted it first of all?
should we say?
Is it Squat University?
No, it's not. No, my Instagram
that would open up
just,
a whole can of worms in half.
Sorry, my Instagram just froze, so I gotta go find it again.
It's because you don't have an iPhone.
Dude, my Instagrams are freezing all the time lately.
Because you don't have an iPhone. Instagram is everything in the world is designed for iOS, not Android. Get an iPhone.
Definitely.
Oh, it says, okay, it's extremely common to see newbies squat their deadlift, but what's worse than that is some coaches actually advise people to do so. Oh, there couldn't be a faster way to snap your lower back, honestly.
Oh my gosh.
Couldn't be a faster way?
Yeah, there couldn't be a faster way.
Snap your lower back. Wait, anytime, if somebody ever says snap your lower back, that's when you can just go ahead and stop reading and block their Instagram account so you never have to see anything from them ever again. Anybody who uses the phrase snap your back, oh my gosh.
Fear-mongering, scare tactics, catastrophization.
Well, if you say snap your back,
hyper-awareness.
right, if you don't have
Horseshit.
anything like logical or anatomical to say about what an exercise does or does not do, you have no idea what you're talking about.
If you ever say snap your back, you don't deal with people that actually get injured.
Right, exactly.
Ever.
Yeah, that's
You
just
never-
what your homeboy told you in the gym.
Yeah,
one day.
exactly.
Or you've been watching too much Hodge Twins.
Then they go on to say that whenever you have a lower hip placement in the start position, you're gonna have it is impossible for you to have a tight low back. That you're immediately going to round.
People don't squat 1,000 pounds. The heaviest squat in the world is as big as the heaviest deadlift. Almost, it's like within.
It's close.
It's within 10%. Yeah,
it's within 200 pounds.
yeah.
Well, it always has been.
Well, yeah, it always has been. Well, I'm pretty sure it's within 100 pounds if you don't count like a tire deadlift. Like you count like a true,
Elephant bar deadlift.
right? Yeah, yeah. That
Yeah, no, I agree. It is pretty
So-
close. Maybe because they're similar movements. Maybe. I'm just saying.
I mean, depends on your lifter. Eddie
Right.
Hall, identical movement.
Right.
Very
very similar movement. Yeah. I mean, he's taken
Brian Shaw, completely different
Oh
movements.
yeah.
You know, I mean, he's like almost straight legged when he pulls off the ground.
Right.
You know, or
but he's also 6'10".
right. God, he's so big.
Yeah.
Is he really 6'10"?
Oh yeah.
God, he's so
yeah.
big.
He was a college basketball player.
God, it's crazy.
Wait, what are you?
He played basketball in college.
He's 4 and change, right?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Dude, he's so big. Oh,
Dude,
I never
just
realized
a
he
monster.
was 6'10".
Oh my God, they're all monsters of human beings. All the strongmen. Half Thor's like 6'11".
Yeah, I know that.
I mean, they're monsters of human
6'11"
beings.
with abs.
Yeah,
Crazy.
Four bills with
Four
abs.
bills with abs.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Nuts, man. But yeah, no, I squatting the deadlift, and we talked about this right before the show. It depends on two things. It depends on the person, and it depends on the goal. Right. So the person, depending on the way they're built, right. Depending on I think there's a small amount of validity in what he's saying about having a tight low back. There are plenty of people out there that either have the mobility restriction or are just not built well to drop their hips into that bottom position while holding something in front of them, and they lose their back.
Very tall people. Tall people will not be in a bottom squat position well, generally ever. In the general, like they will struggle, especially if they're deadlifting. But most of the time when they're squatting, if they're in a good bottom position, they're spun out. I mean,